I've been telling you guys about my competition coming up. I just got done. As you can tell, I'm soaked. It was raining. This is actually my second shirt. I changed shirts after the competition, went out and shot some more, and it still got wet again just from shooting again. But so I had my competition. I was nervous. It was my first one, and there was definitely a lot more people than I thought there was going to be. There was, I think, 42 people. I want to say 42. So there was a lot of people competing, and not all of them were like competition shooters. So this was held at my local range, and it was hosted by them. And so their team shot, of course, but then it was also open for like anybody to sign up. So there was majority of people who actually shot there, but then there were some people that just signed up just to sign up. You know what I'm saying? So there was like a pretty big gap, but we were divided into 2 squads because there were so many people, and there was 5 stages. So squad 1 started over here and did stage 1, 2, and 3, and then squad 2, which is what I was in, started over here, and we did 5, 4, and 3, and then we kind of crossed over. So we did all 5 stages, but we was split so that, you know, it went by faster. And I'm gonna go ahead and I put all the footage of me doing it in here. I didn't record the whole competition because, one, I didn't really know what was going on, so I was making sure I was paying attention because it was my first one. And I didn't want to record everybody else because, like I said, it's not just the team shooters that were on here. It was kind of everybody, and I didn't want to be recording everybody that doesn't do this. They might have, you know, been embarrassed or not wanting me to record, so I just didn't. But there was 5 stages, 5-round shot in each stage, and each one of them was different. The very first one, they came out, you know, had me shooting with my left hand only, so I wasn't expecting that, and I don't practice left hand like I should. And then there was, I'll post them here so you guys can see. I won in my squad, so it was split even. There was probably about 20 people in each squad. I won first. I was first place in my squad. The person that was behind me was actually somebody that I knew, and so it was good talking with him and competing with him. And overall for the competition, I came 6th. 6 out of I believe it's 42. It might not have been. I'm gonna post the screenshot of the scoreboard up here so that you guys can see. But 6th place. What really messed me up is in one of the drills there were 5 targets, so it was just 1 shot on each target. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they progressively got closer to you. You started off at the one furthest away. For those of you who don't know, if you hit in the center A zone, the circle, that's -0 point. If you hit in the C zone, the Charlie, that's -1, and then if you hit in the delta, which is the outside zone, that's -3. If you miss the whole target, it's -5. So that's how it's scored. They take your time. Say you shoot something in 3 seconds, and you have 2 Charlies and 1 Alpha. That Alpha is -0, so you're still at 3 seconds. And then if you have 2 Charlies, that's 2 points. So you have 3 seconds plus the 2 points put you at 5 in total. It's basically like golf. Whoever has the lowest score wins. That means you went the fastest, and you had the most accurate shots because you got the least amount of points added onto your total. Does that make sense? You shot something in 5 seconds and you hit all 5 in the A zone, you're only at 5 points. If you shot it in 3 seconds but had all 5 in the Charlie, then you're at 3 seconds plus the 5 points that it took it away. So now you're at 8 and you lost to the person that shot slower than you. Does that make sense? So what really messed me up, the reason I came in 6th, and also there was 1 mulligan that you got to use that I forgot that you had to buy it. I thought everybody got a mulligan, but a mulligan was $5 whenever you signed up, and it goes to charity, which is awesome, but I did not know that. I didn't buy one before. So you had 1 mulligan for the whole thing. You didn't get 1 mulligan per stage. You got 1 redo in the whole thing. The stage where we was transitioning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As I was coming up and drawing, you'll see it in the video, I shot very fucking fast. I was prepping my trigger. I was nervous, to be honest with you guys. It was my first competition. I mean, I'm not making any excuses at all. Like in a real life scenario, I say this more than anybody, you're going to be nervous. You know, you guys know that. So I'm not making any excuses, but I was coming up and I was prepping the trigger and shot on accident. So I missed the first target completely. I got all A zones for the rest, and I did it in like 3.83 seconds. The second person that was behind me did it in like 5.5. So I did it way faster than anybody, and I hit everything clean except for my first shot. My first shot was -5. I lost the competition by 5 points. So I'm just mad at myself because if I would have shot it clean and took an extra half second to shot it clean, I would have came in 1st or 2nd. It would have been really close. Or if I would have just hit a delta, that would have put me top 5. Or if I would have even hit a Charlie, that put me at number 3. So just knowing that 1 shot messed me up, or if I would have bought that mulligan and I could have redid it any better, I could have did a lot better. 6 for my first competition. I'm not too mad at myself. 6 out of that many people and me not having the experience. I'm not mad, but I feel like I wanted to do better. I wanted at least top 3, and I was talking myself up to do top 3, of course. So, you know, it is what it is. I'll put the footage here. It's enough talking. I'll do a little outro. I'll talk to you guys again before I leave, but I'm definitely going to sign up for another one of these competitions. I liked it. It was fun. Even though there was a lot of people watching them go, I thought it was fun. So I'll see you guys in just a second. I'll go ahead and roll the footage.
Great. Range is clear. 238. Good run. You're ready. You get the side. You're ready. Shooter in case ready. Stand by. You're ready. You get the side. You're ready. Shooter in case ready. Stand by. Shooter ready. Shooter indicates ready. Stand by. Shooter ready. Shooter indicates ready. Stand by. Shooter indicates ready. Stand by. Range is clear. 386.
All right, so right here I got the person who won first place. I think it was Andrew was his first name. So Andrew, and then we have, I'm going to be comparing it to my score. So if you look at stage 1, he shot it raw. That means without any penalties or added time. He shot it in 3.45 seconds. Then if you look at mine, I shot mine raw in 8.09. So that means he blew me away. He shot it by almost 5 seconds faster than me, and he had two penalties, 2 points taken off, which means he shot 2 Charlies, and he still blew me up by 6 points. So I had 3 points taken off. He only had 2, and he shot it 5 seconds faster than me. So that was the first stage where I was shooting it all left-handed, and I think that's where he would have got me. So he was on the opposite team. Like I said, I came first on my team. So I feel like if I would have been in his squad and seen him do it that fast, it would have pushed me to do it faster. But I did it faster than anybody on my squad did it. So I thought I did it in a reasonable time. So, and you see, if you look right there underneath the number sign, that means I finished 14th in that stage overall. So then if we go down to stage 2, you see I finished 4th in it. I shot it in a 2.38 and only had a 1 second penalty. So I finished in a 3.38. He shot it in a 3.28 and had no penalties. So he finished just above me in 3rd, and he beat me by 1/10 of a second in total. So if I wouldn't have had that penalty, I would have won by a second. But, you know, obviously I had that, so that put me right behind him. We go to stage 3. This was my best stage. I finished first in this stage, and I shot it in 3.89 clean. That was the stage where it was the paper target twice and then the 2 steel targets on the right of the barrel. I believe that was the one that I shot in 3.89. I did the best in it. And I beat him by, on stage 3, I beat him by about 3 seconds on that. And then he also had a penalty. So if we go down here to stage 4, this is the one he finished first on. I finished second on it. I shot it clean in 4.54. He shot it clean in 4.33. So he beat me by 0.2 of a second on that one. He was first. I was second. If you look at these, me and him were going neck and neck, which is why I think if I was on his squad, I would have finished. If I didn't beat him, I would have at least finished right behind him or somewhere closer to the number one spot, because I would have seen how he was performing and knew, okay, I have to step this up a little bit. I have to move a little bit faster. But it is what it is. I'm not too mad. But here we go to stage 5, and this one I finished 14th in. So this is the one that I believe I blew the whole match on. I had the miss. I missed the whole target. I pulled the trigger on accident. That's just on me. There's no excuses for that. I just prematurely pulled the trigger before I was extended. And so I shot it in a 3.86, hit all the other 4 targets clean. My A-zone hits were center for all of them, and missed the very first shot. So I shot it clean in a 3.86, which was faster than he did it, but I had a 5-second penalty. He only had a 2-second penalty. So I believe that's where I really lost it. And also, if I could have just shot the first stage faster, then even with my penalties, I would have, I could have shaved off 3 or 4 seconds of that time for sure. So this was just my first one, and definitely going into this, I know what to expect for next time, and I know how I need to perform. But so coming 6th place in my first one,